Welcome back to the channel. Here's a little behind the scenes tip. I usually record multiple videos in the same night. If I'm going to go through the process of recording, setting up the lights, the camera, the microphone, I try to have multiple things to record. It also is motivating when I get a fresh haircut and I'm like, oh yeah, I got to get in front of the camera, at least on day 1 or 2 of the haircut. Although I've certainly gone far too long before with, the not getting the haircut and recording. In any case, I digress. In this video, we're going to talk about another Pandas method you might be unaware of, and this is the clip method. This is one of those cases where I can already imagine you may have built your own functions to do something that Pandas already has a data frame and series method for. So let's go to the documentation. The Pandas data frame clip method allows you to essentially truncate your data at some lower or upper threshold for the data set. And so we can imagine if we have some analytical data and we want to apply a non-negativity filter, we could just clip the negative values. Or if we know that this detector has some upper limit and we want to truncate that upper value, again, we could clip it and it would replace any value that's lower than our threshold with that new threshold value. There's a lot you could do with this. I have certainly been guilty of building my own solution for a tool that already exists. And since discovering this, I have revised some of that code. So let me show you what is possible with this. So I've got some experiment data frame. Let's say this is some analytical data and I am looking at intensity and I've got some negative values. If we were to plot this, we can see that this looks like a jagged peak. However, based on what I know about this particular instrument, I know that there should not be negative values. And so I have certainly just written my own functions to remove negative values or replace them or do other things. But this is where that simple clip method works. We could just run the data frame with the clip method noted. And let's say we want to clip anything below 0, and thus will automatically replace with 0. You can see those negative values, which were in the second index location, is now replaced with a 0. Similarly, if we were to apply some upper threshold, let's say we want no values above 15, we can apply a second value, and this would then truncate the larger values to 15. Your use case really varies, but of course, we can then pass this to the plot method and see how that has now adjusted our peaks. This definitely alters the data, but could be a very useful case for where you may have built your own solution, not knowing that this solution exists. One thing to note with this particular method is that you can apply it to a series or a data frame. It can return both of those. So that's important because some of these methods we look at only work for data frames or only work for series. But in this case, it works for both. If you want to explore this documentation more, go to the Pandas website. In any case, I'll see you in the next video. Peace.